That works in coordination with FEMA, and there's a formula that they use for a percentage, and they identify who's next basically on the list, and then those homeowners are approached, and they're basically given the option of elevation or acquisition. And the problem that I have with that, and you can imagine any municipality might have, is that first of all, you're losing families, not just income. Of course, you're losing your income tax. Right. You're losing your property tax. The schools are losing the property tax. The county's losing property tax. And that's not that it's a lot of money, but you're losing students. And we have a problem with our student count. So every time you lose a house, you lose a family, you lose income tax, and it does help the family out a little bit because in a way, because then they can get out from underneath the fear of flooding. But they don't want to move either. We have people here that were offered acquisition, and they sit there and they say they don't want to move.
Yeah, it's a tough decision.
But it's up to them whether they take acquisition or elevation, and depending on where they are in their life.
Right.
And their lifestyle is what the choice is going to be. Actually, 90% of that so-called effort, I would say, is from the consulting engineer. He identifies, he follows the FEMA rules, he makes the lists. The only thing that council does is, when they're presented the ordinance, is to pass the ordinance for the money. And actually, the most recent program that we have here are 5 acquisitions, 3 elevations, and that's costing the village a little over $600,000. So, unbeknownst to us, NEORSD picked up half of that for us.
And what is that? What will those initials stand for?
Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District.
Okay.
They picked up half the cost for that for us because they know that that's a benefit to the community and so forth. So we're all in this together, and it's sort of working out pretty good. But it does cost us some funding to make it happen. And let me add one more thing: when the acquisitions happen in certain areas, and I'll show you one of them, that lot or that parcel has to be left without anything built on it forever. And that's kind of hard to take because we have to maintain it, we have to cut it, mow the parcel, and like I say, it just is just left empty, and that doesn't sort of look good sometimes when you have empty spaces for nothing. People are wondering what's going on there.